Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the week of October 31st. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. So we're going to do something a little bit different here. Took one card to give us an overall message, so this is your overall energy for the reading. So let's just go ahead and dive into it. We'll then take a look at what's going on for you in the past. We'll look at what's happening for you in the current situation and then also the future. But in your overall situation, you do have the Two of Pentacles here. So Two of Pentacles can indicate a change in one's life that you are kind of wrestling with or juggling right now. Typically, it talks about a financial change. By default, it's a good change. It really depends on the cards that are around it. But right now, what's going on is some of you here are wrestling with the change. And, this can be this idea of like weighing options, weighing decisions, kind of going back and forth on something as well. Maybe even a little bit of indecision. But it's more about this idea of like weighing all of the options. Let's go ahead and let's get 3 cards here for the past. So what's been going on for you in the past? All right, can we get, okay, there we go. All right, so you have the King of Swords, Page of Swords, and you have the Six of Pentacles. So definitely connected here to divine law and order, karma, balance. So again, we do have 2 cards here of balance. Actually, you could even say that the King of Swords is about balance. But you see the scales here on the Six of Pentacles card. And you can see this person's juggling or balancing here, right? And so some of you here looking at your financial situation, you might be eyeing up a purchase. I don't know, that just came into my mind. And this would probably be a bigger purchase because you're probably going back and forth on it. Maybe a new piece of equipment or maybe even something bigger like an asset, such as a home or stocks or something. A car, something like that, maybe gold, something like this, crypto, whatever, right? I don't have to go through all of them, but you may be weighing, I think some of you may have been weighing something here financially in the past, but the thing is, this is also has major elements of karma to it, okay? Because the King of Swords is sort of like, it's Libra energy, it's scales energy, it's kind of like divine law and order. It is, as a quality of a person, the King of Swords would be somebody who gives you a fair shot in life. This would be somebody who's got lawyer type of energy or judge type of energy. It can be associated with the law. So can scales, by the way. It is possible that some of you have been dealing with a legal situation here in the past. The Page of Swords, this might say that you are really thinking a lot about this decision here, okay? The Page of Swords is somebody who's like really high IQ, very analytical, not so much somebody who's thinking at the emotional level, okay? And it's possible that just you're dealing with something here that's not that requires you to remove emotion as much as possible from a decision, and it's possible that you're really thinking analytically. Some of you may have been given disappointing news, or there might have been news of delay around something when you get the Page of Swords. Let's see what else we have here. Can we clarify the King of Swords? Can we clarify the King of Swords? I think you've been thinking a lot about a decision. I think you've been weighing your options financially on something. All right. So you have the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles here showing up to clarify the King of Swords. All right, so 7 of Pentacles, long-term financial situation, and the 10 of Wands is a burden. Some of you may be working with an advisor at this time as well. The King of Swords is like major advisor energy, but you have, this person is thinking about going in a new direction as well. Some of you may be contemplating retirement, I just heard, when you get the 7 of Pentacles. Like, That's possible here as well. But this might be something that you're like trying to look at the possibility of right now with the Ten of Wands here, indicating a burden in your life. And basically the Ten of Wands may suggest that there's more work to go. Obviously I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take this as financial advice. But I do think that maybe some of you are working with somebody who is in those fields on a different level. Not everybody here is going to be at this reading for retirement. And so I think what's been going on here in the past is there's like a bigger financial decision that you're weighing here. Can we get a card to clarify the Page of Swords? Can we get a card to clarify the Page of Swords? Yeah, Page of Pentacles coming in to clarify the Page of Swords. So I do not think that this is news of delay or disappointing news. In fact, what I think is going on is quite the opposite. I think you have some sort of prospect, good prospect in one's life, and this is something that you're really balancing. Okay, if you're not here for retirement, some of you are really balancing out a decision. Okay, in another area that is associated with finance. So this might be you taking a job that comes with more money. This might be you starting a business. This might be you making an investment. This could also be academic or academia, academic in nature or related to academia in some way here with the Page of Pentacles. But this is diligence. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. You're taking an analytical approach to something. You're doing your due diligence on this decision that you've been weighing. Wow, okay. To clarify the Six of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Cups, which is incredible energy. This is a really good family energy, but it's also, this is connected to pure happiness in one's life, like literally a windfall of happiness here. And it is one of the happiest cards, one of the best cards to find in the tarot. It's also just associated with abundance. It's the other side of abundance, which is like good family energy, good emotional well-being, a really happy situation in your life showing up. So yeah, I think this is really good. I think some of you are weighing an important decision here. Can we get two cards to clarify on what's going on in the future for Taurus? Okay, so you have the Judgment card, and then, wow, you also have three cards that came out together. You have the Eight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Tower. All right, so the Tower is a blessing in disguise, and, this is, the Tower feels like your world's sort of crumbling, but the truth is with the Tower, there was some sort of false belief that was present in your life. And so if you think about that, if you really unpack that, nobody wants to live in a house of cards. Nobody wants to live with false beliefs. And so the Tower exposes that for you so that you can fix it or that you can work on it. And with the Eight of Swords in the Tower, there was something that you simply did not see. All right, there was something that was just simply unclear. The Knight of Wands represents an event. The Knight of Wands for me is typically very good. It can indicate like moving or something like that, needing to move house, needing to move residence, or wanting to move residence, or wanting to travel, or wanting to change job, or it can also refer to your skills and your talents in life. But in this case, there was an event that happened, and I think what happened was this lit a fire under you, or what's going on is this might be happening now because it's in the current situation. I think that this is lighting a fire under you so that you can see where it is that you need to improve, or where it is that, so basically so you can see the false beliefs that might have been present in your life. And so I do get major blessing in disguise energy here because there was just something that was unclear for you. And I think, it's possible here with this Two of Pentacles I talked about here, how you're kind of juggling and you're weighing your options. It's connected to these double pages. And so it's almost like if you had a choice between two offers here, it's almost like maybe one fell out, or it's almost like the choice was made for you. With the Tower, the Tower is just sort of something that happens and you don't expect it, but it's ultimately a good energy because it's, a blessing in disguise. I don't have to go through that again, but it is like sort of like I think the choice is being made here. You have and I think the choice is being made quickly. You have this Judgment card as well. It's been coming in for so many people. It's Pluto energy. Scorpio's connected to Pluto. We're in Scorpio season. We also have big Scorpio eclipse, solar eclipse energy kind of happening right around now. And, it doesn't surprise me to see this Judgment card coming in for so many people. But, the Judgment energy it's a serious energy in that, it asks you to evaluate yourself honestly. And I do think that there's major evaluation that you're undergoing here. But the Judgment card, ultimately, me trying to be as positive as possible, that's the way I do my readings. Ultimately, this period of evaluation is very good because the Judgment card takes you to the world, which is the completion of the journey or the hero's journey in the tarot. And the Judgment card, actually, historically, I've said that the combination of the Judgment card and the Tower is a spiritual awakening, because it's first and foremost, the Judgment card can be like accepting higher guidance, and the Tower is like something that happens that's just like, whoa, like did not see that coming. And so it is possible that some of you are like there are interesting things happening in your life right now. All right, so we have the Two of Wands. To clarify here, we have the Empress, and then we also have the Hermit and the King of Cups up here. All right, so our clarification's coming in for you. Again, universe is doubling down here, putting all the chips on the table and saying, Taurus people have a decision. Two of Wands is deciding between two wands, maybe even between two people, but it's typically between two wands, which is to say two options in life, because Wands typically connects to work, career, enterprise. But you can see that there's also business partnership here coming in. There's also just partnership generally here showing up. And, with this Two of Wands, so Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, definitely with the scales here in the past of the Six of Pentacles, choices, decisions, options, and these feel big in this case because of the other energies we have, which is the Judgment card, and now we have the Tower. Now we have the Empress as well, which the Empress is the mother archetype, but it is more so, the Empress is more so about total abundance in one's life. So you have some major signs of abundance here with the Ten of Cups and the Empress. You definitely love to see the Two of Pentacles and the Empress together because, again, Two of Pentacles change in finances potentially, and the Empress is like major, it's like the most abundant card in the tarot. But the way that the Empress is abundant is maybe a little bit different than you may think, which is the Empress has resources. Like you can see that they are surrounded by so much nature, right? They have all these crops in front of them. Crops in tarot represent harvests. The river's flowing. They have this little stone here with them, which is associated with Venus. Venus is the planet of luxury and wealth and beauty. And, they have their animals here, right? And so when you get the Empress, it says that you have an abundance of resources at your fingertips. You have an abundance of options in this case, I think. And I do think that this is a positive change for you. But what's interesting here is there's something going on up here with the Hermit, the King of Cups, the Tower, Knight of Wands, Eight of Swords, where it's like a blind spot is being revealed. Also, there's something about wisdom here that's very important with the Hermit and the King of Cups. So this would be, I think, you connecting at a deeper level on what this choice means for you. And, you know, it's important to take an analytical approach to these important choices, but it's also good to weigh how this will make you feel emotionally. Let's see what's coming in here in the future. Can we get 3 cards? All right, perfect. So in the future, you have the 10 of Wands, you have the King of Cups, and then you also have the Star and the Page of Cups. So I love the way that this ends for you. You have the Tower up here. The card that comes after the Tower is the Star. And the Star is, you know, a really nice outcome from the upheaval and the challenge of the Tower. Okay? The Star says that your wish is being granted. And this is after you've gone through a major change, a major shift, you know, a situation where it felt like maybe things weren't working out or your world was collapsing or whatever you want to call it. But we now see that you have 3 pages. You have Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. And so, you know, you're weighing this opportunity here. You know, pages are opportunities in some respects in the tarot. It's like you're clearly weighing your opportunities, you're weighing something here. And what I feel like saying is, like, don't be afraid, because, yeah, I feel like some of you just don't be afraid, because, like, you know, you will take the right offer. King of Cups twice now. Really trust your gut on this and look at it not just from an analytical numbers perspective, but also from, you know, a well-being perspective as in addition. And then the 10 of Wands, you know, there's something about like a burden here that's showing up, but, you know, I think that whatever burdens, it's like there's a burden, but that's like, burdens are a part of life. And the other thing that I will say is you have 3 10s here, which 10s represent completions. So you're definitely completing something important. You have the 7 of Wands on the bottom, which is, you know, standing your ground. Can we clarify with 3 cards? Can we clarify with 3 cards? Okay. And okay. There we go. So you have the Justice card here coming in. You have the 8 of Wands, and then you also have the Knight of Cups. So again, the scales energy, right? There's a message of balance or scales, which, yeah, is similar, in every column, okay? And so I really am feeling guided to just tell you to not look at just the numbers here, but also your well-being. You know, the Knight of Cups would suggest that there's happiness coming forward for you. It's an event that makes you happy. And the 8 of Wands is something that's moving very quickly, but it's good news coming. And you have the final page, the final puzzle piece here. You have all 4 pages in some respects. You know, Page of Pentacles, Swords, Page of Cups, and now the Page of Wands. So you have an abundance of opportunity here. Like, that is abundantly clear. And, you know, I feel like some of you will make the right choice. So that's kind of what I feel like the cards want to tell you right now. Can we get a few of these messages? Okay. We get like one. Okay. All right. So you have High Priest, intend and create. You have Spring, see your seeds grow. You have Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Snake, shed old skin. And Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. It's this trust your instincts because I almost feel like some of you are a little overwhelmed with the amount of opportunities that you have, or the amount of news, or the amount of, yeah, because we have 4 pages which all represent news, and then the 8 of Wands represents news. But this is ultimately very, very good. And I would not just look at it from an analytical perspective, I'd also look at it from an instinctual perspective as well. And, you know, one that maybe even allows you to, you know, follow your passions in life if you can. So incredible. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.